This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, yeah, yesterday I took the day off from YouTube. You got to do that from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go out there and see what your peers are talking about. Sometimes you got to go out there and see what these ultra fanboys and their rhetoric are talking about. Yesterday I said, let me just be a person that goes around on different YouTube channels. Let me see what's out there. Let me test the temperature. And you know what I found out? I lost freaking brain cells. I'm going to say that again. I lost freaking brain cells. No one is like your boy. He knows the sport. Bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. I realize I'm unique, man. I told y'all. I'm 7 steps ahead of these motherfuckers. I see that. It's clear as day. Just the other day I went on, and yesterday that is, I went on Myron Magnus' channel. Actually, he's a YouTuber that I actually respect. You know what I'm saying? I went on his channel because although he's an AJ Fanboy slurper, and he's slurping on the man's shit, he actually knows his boxing. You know what I'm saying? But boy, I kept the foot on the what? On the neck. I kept the foot on the what? On his neck. Yesterday, man. I was countering him all day, every day. Dude didn't have nothing to say about Anthony Joshua. So y'all don't understand. If y'all put me on a comment section, I will ether and murk somebody. If I'm locked in, zoned in, and focused in. He was spewing this nonsense about Deontay Wilder fought a dishwasher. Deontay Wilder fought, you know what I'm saying, the biggest bum. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, here's the thing with these ultra fanboys, man. These AJ fanboy slurpers. I call them the AJ Devos because they go for AJ Devo. The AKA fake celestial being, the AKA fake God. Because that's what he is. They worship him as a god. All AJ fanboys do that. Just look at the way they defend the man. It's damn near not only rivaling, it's actually worse than Canelo Alvarez. And shout outs to Brendan Schaub, because just back on May 16th, you know what I'm saying, he was on that woman's Kristen, I think that's her name. He was on her show. She's a white woman that works for Fox, one of them outlets, you know what I'm saying? And he mentioned that Anthony Joshua is the most overrated boxer. I was like, this dude knows what he's talking about. Y'all need to go catch that interview back on May 16th. But he made some good points. But I want to go to Myron Magnus before I go to this dude. Myron Magnus got caught in two things. First, he was running his mouth. He was like, he knows his sport. He knows his sport is in the building. Y'all boys know, man. He knows the sport is a celebrity now. Anytime I pop up in people's comment section, they got to give respect. They know what time it is because they know I'm bringing that what? That heat and that fire. And I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. Cats understand that. So, plus we subscribe to each other. So, I said, let me pop in there and see what Myron Magnus is talking about. So then I see nothing but pure hate for Deontay Wilder. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Even the biggest Anthony Joshua fans. This is one of the cats that's an Anthony Joshua fan. I'll never disrespect him and call him a slurperer. But he's a fan nevertheless. YC Rahman. And even he gave Deontay Wilder credit. This is why I kind of fucks with YC a little bit. Even though he kind of is a little extreme on the AJ bandwagon. But he's not a slurper. Because YC said it with his own mouth. And he said it so eloquently that Deontay Wilder has his two hands are the touch of death. You only got 2 seconds. I was like, man, that was the most deep and profound thing the man said. That was the ultimate respect and credit he gave Deontay Wilder. That's what you're supposed to do. The way that Deontay Wilder handled Dominic Breazeale was in emphatic fashion, folks. It was impressive. And it made folks want to watch now him versus Anthony Joshua even more. I don't care if you don't like Deontay Wilder. You still got to respect the fact that he won in emphatic fashion. I mean, come on, man. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. I get it. You have to run an ultra fanboy rhetoric. But are you going to run it at the expense of being completely ignorant and naive to the facts that are presented in front of you on last Saturday? It took Anthony Joshua 7 rounds to get Dominic Breazeale out of there. Deontay Wilder did it in 1 round. He got Dominic Breazeale out of there in 1 round. And you know who's to blame? All of you AJ fanboy slurperers, you AJ divos, you AJ fanboy demites. That's what you guys are, man. Because you guys worship the man like he's a god. You guys put this man on such a pedestal that Deontay Wilder had to go out of there and do it in more emphatic fashion. And Deontay Wilder did catch a body. Because for 0.8 seconds, what happened? We didn't know if Dominic Breazeale was going to get back up. I'm going to say that again. For 0.8 seconds, we did not know if Dominic Breazeale was going to get back up and he was going to be gasping for life. So why are people sitting here and saying that Deontay Wilder's win, just like Myron Magnus said, wasn't impressive? So here was my 2 counters to this cat. Because he know I eat that and murked him. He turned around and said, well, you know what I'm saying? Because I first said, he brought up Povetkin. He was like, well, Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight Povetkin. Why he ducked Povetkin? And I'm sitting there like, you dodo head, you brain full of mush and you brainwashed follower. Where were you at with your AJ fanboyism nonsense? Wasn't Deontay Wilder in negotiations with Alexander Povetkin? But Povetkin tested positive for PEDs? Lest y'all forget, let's have to remind y'all ass that Deontay Wilder went through all that hard work, being a natural fighter, right? Playing by the rules, getting blood tested. And then Povetkin pops up PEDs late. And then Deontay Wilder wanted to slap that fool because he messed up the fight. I didn't see anything in Deontay Wilder's body language that said that he wasn't going to fight Povetkin. So, higgity hush with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? He sat there and said that Deontay Wilder still could have fought him. Well, here's what my flip argument was. If that was the case, shouldn't Anthony Joshua still would have fought Big Titty Miller? Wasn't he clamoring saying, I'll still fight him? What happened? Why didn't that fight take place? You see what I'm saying? When I countered him with that, he was on this. He was on higgity hush status. He didn't know what the fuck to say. Because he was like, well, Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? He should have still went and fought Povetkin. So what if he tested positive? So you want a guy that played by the rules, that was legal, to fight a guy that's cheating. And we don't know what kind of substance the cheating guy took so that the guy can have an added advantage. And what does that say about Anthony Joshua? That Alexander Povetkin respect Deontay Wilder's power that much that he had to cheat so that he can have some kind of power going into that fight. Did Povetkin cheat against Anthony Joshua when they fight? No. That should tell you something. See, I brought that up to him. And then he was backtracking. Well, you know what I'm saying? He still should have fought him. So you don't know what you're talking about. So then I turned around and I said, but Big Titty Miller, didn't he test positive for like 4 substances? Anthony Joshua was saying, I want to still fight him. Why didn't he fight him? Because just like I'm going to sit there and I'm going to agree with Deontay Wilder, I'm also going to agree with Anthony Joshua on this too. You can't be so caught up in fanboyism that you can't sit there and look at the facts for what they are. If Anthony Joshua chooses not to fight Big Titty Miller because Big Titty Miller cheated, even though he said, yeah, I would still fight him, I'm going to side with Anthony Joshua. You know why? Because he did what he was supposed to. And if he is cheating, he didn't get caught. But Big Titty Miller got caught cheating. So if Anthony Joshua played by the rules and Big Titty Miller didn't play by the rules, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to respect what Anthony Joshua is doing by not taking on the fight. This is the problem that I have with these AJ fanboy slurpers. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. So those rules apply for Big Titty Miller, but they don't apply for Povetkin? Get the fuck out of here. See, I eated and murked him with that. He didn't know what the fuck to say. Then he was turning around backtracking saying, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Povetkin, you know what I'm saying? He still should have fought him because that would have let us know where he really stood at. And then I turned around and said, Anthony Joshua was the A side. He's so caught up in his AJ fanboyism nonsense. He thought I was talking about Deontay Wilder was the A side versus Anthony Joshua. Even I understand that Deontay Wilder is the B side in Anthony Joshua's situation because Anthony Joshua got most belts. But he's jumped to conclusion. He was like, you see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. See, this cat, he's on Deontay Wilder's shit. And then when I turned around, I said, hold up, maybe you misinterpret me. You didn't even let me finish saying what I had to say. I said Deontay Wilder was the A side against Povetkin. He was like, oh, that's what you meant when you said A side. See, that's the problem with these AJ fanboys. Not only do they jump to conclusions and they don't let you finish saying what you got to say, they are so one-sided in their bullshit. Myron Magnus is like this. DT3 the Boom Man, aka Yuck Mouth. Again, the dude's in need of a dentist. He spent 17 minutes and 30 seconds ranting about me. I tell you, I'm getting fucking famous, folks. People don't understand, like NWA say, all publicity is good publicity. I will say that again. All publicity is good publicity. So keep pumping my name, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care anymore. Keep pumping it. Because what you're doing is you're making people come to my page. You fucking dodo head. You brain full of mush and you brainwash follower. The IBFP. All of these idiots. You know what I'm saying? The Bruce fucking Baines. The Counterpunch boxing news. These fucking troglodytes ain't classic adults. They're sitting here and they're giving you a one-sided argument. It's ridiculous, the argument they're giving you. They're so anti-Deontay Wilder, it's not even funny. That's why I shout outs to the Fanon, you know what I'm saying, boxing, Fanon International Boxing Channel. I like Fanon. He's very respected. He's very professional in the way he speaks, and he knows his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I like listening to him. I actually look up to him because I like the way he talks and the way he articulates shit. You know what I'm saying? Even he was like, you fucking idiots. You guys are sitting here hating on the man. The fight that I saw, whether you're a Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua fan, you want this fight even more. And you got to give credit where credit is due. When a guy beats a guy so impressively like that, you have to give it credit. Whether if you on the right side or the wrong side of the aisle. And if you sit there and tell yourself, oh, that win wasn't impressive, you're an ultra fucking fanboy. And you're coming with ultra fanboy rhetoric. And you're biased as fuck. That's what it is, man. When you got motherfuckers telling you, giving you the most honest and unbiased bullshit, it follows immediately with lies and bias. But that's that hypnosis that they put on people. See, that's the thing. I told you I'm 7 steps ahead. The idiots that's watching the channel don't understand what he's doing. But I understand it. And it's masterful what he's doing. Because that tells me that he studies. He studied journalism and he studied journalistic abilities. And he knows how to hypnotize people. Because when I tell somebody giving you the most honest and unbiased, I can follow it up with lies and bias. Because now I have given the art of reciprocation of saying that bullshit over and over again. To the point where it has hypnotized your brain. I'm telling y'all some shit that's too deep and profound. I told you he knows is everything. I know every fucking thing. I know all these motherfuckers' intents behind the bullshit that they say. Because you know why? I'm smarter than them. They don't understand that. That's why they can't debate me. That's why they can't see me. I'm smarter than these cats. I'm leagues and shoulders above them. Just like Earl the True Spence is leagues and shoulders above the welterweight division. Just like Deontay Wilder is leagues and shoulders above the heavyweight division because of those lethal hands. I am leagues and shoulders above these cats on YouTube. They can't see me. None of them. None of them. And I'm going to say it again. None of them. Because I have counters for fucking days. I'm the master of counterers. That's what people don't understand. My counters are deep and they are unlimited. And I apply unlimited pressure on your ass. Until you do what? Oink, oink. You squeal like a fucking pig. The problem with these cats, man, is they're so caught up in a one-trick pony mindset. A one-trick way of doing things. Deontay Wilder won in emphatic fashion. We should be sitting here, folks, and giving this man props. Not sitting here shitting on this man's victory. Even Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn came out of their mouths and gave this man props. So if they can fucking do it, then you, AJ Fanboys, should be following fucking suit. Your deity, your fake deity and your fake celestial being did it. So why don't you follow suit and do it too? So you guys are going against him now too? I tell you, when people are so one-sided in the way that they do things, and they don't want to give credit to the other side, it speaks volumes to how ignorant they are. And it speaks volumes to how they're limited and how you can pick them apart. This is what you're getting from these NBBC classic dotes and troglodytes. I told you guys, man, they are a biased as fuck boxing community. They are just like the LDBC, but on the opposite side of the coin. But the problem is, you followers, you brain full of mush and you brainwash followers can't see it because you guys don't think like me. I'm a deep thinker, man. I've read all of the great books. Not only that, I'm always doing constant research that are leagues and shoulders above your brain. Something that your brain can't even fathom. If I took my brain if I took my brain out of my body and I put it in one of you guys' body, you guys would be able to accomplish a lot of shit. You dumb motherfuckers. You classic dotes and you troglodytes. Y'all don't know fucking shit. So when y'all got a motherfucker like me, a Yoda, that's sitting here spitting game and putting y'all motherfuckers on some shit, y'all need to sit there like a turkey and gobble that shit up, man. Because these motherfuckers out here, they're spewing a bullshit narrative. The Bruce fucking Veins of the world, the Counterpunch Boxing News, the IBFPs, you know what I'm saying, the DT3, the Boom Man, the Myron Magnuses, they're all the same bullshit. They're just in a different form, a different variation, and in a different cloth. And all of them are weirdo looking motherfuckers. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. The only thing they can say to me is glasses, because there's nothing weird looking about me. If anyone got a reach to say that I'm weird looking, then it speaks volumes to how much of a hater and troll that they are. But these motherfuckers, man, they could be actual cartoon characters. I'm sorry, man. They sound like cartoon characters. They look like fucking cartoon characters, and they act like cartoon characters. This is sad, man. But this is the world of YouTube that we're dealing with. YouTube has been able to give anybody a fucking mic. Even classic dotes and troglodytes. Because that's what they are. You know what a troglodyte is? Shout out to Asante L, because you gave me that, bruh. They are dumb fucking cavemen. And classic dotes. A classic stupid person. A dumb fucking person. That's what these people are. They're not smart. But the thing is, they're smarter than you, brain full of mush, and you brainwash followers. At least they're smart enough to know how to dupe you motherfuckers. Because it's sad because y'all getting duped by the bullshit. I'm on a little bit of a rant today. I said, let me ride it out. Because today is my day to ether and murk, but then at the same time to bring reality. Deontay Wilder stopped Dominic Breazeale. So much so that Dominic Breazeale didn't even see what happened. That was what you call a flash knockout, man. He didn't even see that shit coming. The right hand came at him so fast. 0.2 seconds, man. And what people didn't realize is Deontay Wilder established everything with his jab. This is why that win was so impressive. Because he learned from the Tyson Fury fight. I don't know why motherfuckers don't want to give this man credit. He turned around and used his stiff jab. Because there's a difference between jabs. There's people that throw regular jabs. There's people that throw looping jabs. There's people that throw swooping jabs. And then there's people that throw stiff jabs. He threw a fucking stiff jab a few times. Once he was able to own in on his target and locked in through the stiff jab, then he got Dominic Breazeale's ass out of there. That's called inches and margins. He actually was giving a boxing lesson. Whew. Hear me and hear me fucking well. Deontay Wilder went back to the basics. I wanted that shit to go 7 rounds so that I could see how impressive his boxing skills has become because him and Jay Diaz has went back to the basics. But he was like, hell no, I'm getting this motherfucker out of there. You know why? Because he had to send a message to Anthony Joshua that this is going to be your fate when we fucking fight. And there's nowhere to hide, motherfucker. These classic dotes and these troglodytes, these AJ Fanboys and AJ Fanboy slurpers don't get it. But I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain ultra fanboys. This is He Knows His Sport. Check it out.